that super thanks button down below, super chats as well. Also, raythex.eth domain name. This is not brown financial advice. It is a little chilly in here, so I'm going to go put on my Feesh's sweatshirt. Feesh's have had, I don't know how many of those megas have been minted. Link to the minting down below for those Feesh's. And then you also have the OpenSea, the Predator project link down below as well. So definitely go check that out. Ready, Penguin. Okay. So talking about old versus new, I'll save the Peter Parker Miles Morales one for a second, but there is one thing I want to go over that was posted by Biscuits yesterday. And she says, if scarcity matters, why is the Kang secret rare 3,200 gems with 250 editions, and the Vulture secret rare 369 gems at 188 editions? And if we're going to based on physical prices, Kang is about $62,000 at a 9.8, and Vulture is $155,000 at 9.6. This is extraordinarily, amazingly fantastic data from Biscuits. Shout out to her. I heckin' love Biscuits. Go follow her on Twitter. Why I decided to go and mention this is because, and this does have stuff to do with Miles and Peter. When you go and you take a look at how much time has been in the market, how long it has to marinate, that matters. Also, at the time when you had people buying Kang Secret Rare, we're in a bull market. So you had a bunch of people buying Kang at tens of thousands of dollars. So the fact that it's 3,200 gems now, that means something. That means that you had people buy up here, which means they don't want to sell down here. Some people will because they recognize that, okay, there's probably more of a upside with the Vulture secret rare, because again, that Vulture secret rare has less editions, and the physical goes for 155,000. It goes for 2.5 times more than the physical of the Kang, and that's in a lower grade. So time in the space matters, and I think that's why the Peter Parker Spider-Man is as high as he is right now, because again, with Peter Parker, yes, you have 1,000 editions versus 250 editions. However, you have the more plentiful Miles Morales in the ultra rare and the rare, which I think equates to a little more than 3,000, maybe, or I think less than 3,000 of those total. Whereas the Peter Parker, the Spider-Man ultra rare, has almost as much just in the ultra rare, not including the rare, not including the common, not including the uncommon, not including the Marvel Mighties, which there is no Marvel Mighties version of the Miles Morales one, and also not including the the Zombie Hunter Spider-Man. So you go and you take a look at, and I'll finish off the first thing before I move into this. I would say if I had a Kang Secret Rare, I would sell that to get a couple of, if we're talking just the Kang Secret Rare versus the Vulture Secret Rare, I would gladly take 9 or 10 of the Vulture Secret Rares as opposed to one Kang Secret Rare. Because again, it's newer in the market, it hasn't had as much time to marinate, it'll go up. And again, when you have real comic book people in here, like Sleepin' Comics, or like Comics and Crypto, when people come in, a lot of people don't really look at what the prices were. They don't look at the fact that this is a buyer's market right now. They might say, okay, prices are up here, now prices are down here. But they'll just look at it and be like, oh, okay, these are the prices. And based on these prices, taking out the history of what people bought and sold them for in the past, because for the Vulture, there is none. It's like a week old. For Kang, obviously people were buying up here. So yeah, some are locked up until they go back up and then they'll switch over. But those people are going to be like, that's gonna be like me going into Pokemon and being like, why is this, I don't know, why is this Ponyta worth more than the Rapidash? Rapidash are more rare. Ponyta is obviously a common. If Pokemon drops something, I'd be like, wait, this does not make sense at all. You have Rapidash that's less edition numbers and more rare than Ponyta. It just doesn't make sense. But let's try it with someone that people would know. Let's try it with a Beedrill and a Zapdos. All right, yeah, Beedrill's rare, and so is the So is the Zapdos, but the Zapdos is a hollow. There's less of him. He's more coveted. Physically goes for more. If the NFT comes out where they're roughly the same mint numbers and Beedrill's worth more, that just makes so little sense to me because the physical is of the Zapdos is obviously worth more. So, and I think, and comment down below if I'm wrong, Kang people are going to come in here and be like, wait, I know the price of these physicals, and they do not match the digital. Yeah, this Vulture's undervalued. Now, I'm not going to go and like crap on Kang and just be like, yeah, he's definitely sell him. I'm just saying if I had to choose between those two, I would take I would take the 9 or 10 Vultures as opposed to the one Kang. Again, a lot of people, Kang has had a lot of records. You've had a lot of people buy it at all-time highs because at the time it was the scarcest one. And yeah, you do have Kang coming out in the not the Multiverse of Madness in Ant-Man 3. He's going to be the next baddie. This is like a multiversal war. These incursions that are happening are very, very exciting for Marvel. So yeah, maybe you get some interest with that. He'll be in Loki season 2. He'll be in Ant-Man Quantumania. He'll be in the next couple of them. He may even be in Thunderbolts, where you have Harrison Ford, who's going to be Thunderbolt Ross, and the new Thunderbolt Ross. He'll eventually become president, and it's going to be insane. So yeah, but moving back to the Peter Parker one, I've gone through this before. The Miles Morales is this next generation's Peter Parker. Anyone under 25, maybe even under 20. Let's say under 20. Who's Spider-Man? Miles Morales. 25, kind of in between stage. But a lot of these people, that really think that Miles is their Spider-Man, they don't have big boy jobs yet. I think a lot of people with the big boy jobs that are 30, 40, 50 years old, they're taking a look at Miles Morales and like, yeah, it's going to be big in the future. And they're going to wait for those other kids to grow up and, they'll make 10x their money, which is fine. That being said, when you have other people come in, other big people, maybe they'll take a look at Miles and be like, I don't really know who he is, whatever. They'll take Peter Parker all day just because you have that history there. Again, Miles is what, 10 years old? 15, maybe he came in the 2010s. Let's say he's 10 years old. I mean the character, not the age of the character. The age of the character is a teenager, but I mean the actual character has been in Earth, in the world for like 10 years. I would still say in the short to midterm, I would still go with Peter Parker. And again, there are going to be a couple of 20-year-olds that are influencers that are, making it big on Omi or in crypto. And in the next couple of years, yeah, all you need is a couple hundred of them because there's only 250 Miles Morales, and obviously 160 of those are in circulation because Veve holds back the first 40, and then plus another 50 on top of that. I would say that there's a very good chance that 160 people that are under the age of 30 will buy Miles Morales for 5 figures or more in the next couple of years, in the next 2 years probably. Which is, Miles Morales is pretty much almost already there. I would say he's at. Let's take a look. And see what he's at. I haven't thought of this in a minute. We're gonna go to the Miles Morales. I'm gonna go to Secret Rare. I know one did just sell. All right, he's at 8,700 now. I think the last one sold for 7,800, give or take. But now he's at 8,700. Take a look at the market, and you go with Peter Parker, Secret Rare. See what he's at. He's at 7,300. Those were kind of neck and neck for a while, and this one, because of scarcity, that's gone on. And you have to take, all right, for Spider-Man, Peter Parker, you would have to take, let's say, $81,000, purchase the first 11 Spider-Man Secret Rares just to get to the price of the Miles Morales. That's a lot. That being said, what does $80,000, $81,000 get you for the Miles Morales? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It gets you. It basically doubles the price. So $81,000 going into Peter Parker moves the price $1,400. $81,000 goes into Miles Morales, moves the price almost double. Moves the price $7,800. So it takes less money to move the floor of Miles than it would have Peter. Now, obviously, when you do something like that, once this gets over 10 11K for Miles, people will start because that's just a whole figure. That's just a whole new figure. With Peter Parker, obviously that floor is so thin. I don't know how many other people. Maybe one gets to 8K, people start undercutting. But if nobody undercuts, and I know that's a big if, Miles Morales is that clear winner, at least in the short term. But I would say midterm, as we get more people on board in the next year or two, I would definitely go with Peter. But right now, in the short term, Miles, and in even long term, I would also say Miles. Again, that being said, there's been a lot of dilution for Peter Parker. There's a bunch of him out there. There is not a bunch of Miles Morales out there. You're probably gonna get a Miles Morales in a Mighty. You might get Miles Morales in another way, shape, or form in this. I just because he sells. I mean, there's the closest one that we have to Peter Parker is the rare at 1750. Jesus, yeah, the rare at 1750, and then you have the ultra rare at 1,000. I mean, you have Peter Parker's ultra rare that's almost as much as those, minus 250, and then you have the rare, the uncommon, and then the common. There's so much more of him. Miles has room to be diluted. You might get. I mean, these are so cool. But I think a Mighty Miles, I would totally get him. And again, Miles will be in he will be in Secret Wars. He'll probably be in. I mean, they are setting up a Young Avengers, which he might be in as well. The Young Avengers will be more set up in Agatha, Coven of Chaos. That'll premiere, I think, later this year or early next year. I know it'll be in winter. This next winter. So you have a lot going on. I forget what else I made the title of this, so let me go and try to take a look at that. Oh, and we have old versus new. Oh no, that's pretty much it. If everyone could smash that like button, like that's a free way to help support the channel. That'd be dope. That'd be dope. Where am I? Moving on here. Let's get to some comments. We have Samando says Miles versus Peter, who is pound for pound king. I mean, Miles can go and can turn invisible. It's pretty dope. That's pretty legit. Who has the stronger Spidey sense? I mean, Peter Parker's got a lot more experience. He's a little older. Miles is still younger. I would say Miles. I would say Peter's fought a lot more experience. But like he's fought Captain America. He's fought Deadpool. He's fought everyone, and no one's been able to squash him. Miles Morales has not fought as many people. I mean, you have. I mean, he's great. I love him. But yeah, I would say I would pound for pound. I would actually give it to Peter. But I don't know because Peter pulls his punches a lot. When you have Ben Reilly, who is Peter Parker. He's just a clone. He's him, but just a little bit off. Whose jaw does he break? It's like Venom's jaw. He's fighting somebody, and he just punches the dude's jaw like clean off. And the person that's fighting him is like, "Oh, you're not Peter Parker. You hit a lot harder than Peter Parker." Like so, Peter pulls his punches. Miles, I don't know if he would or not. If we're going pound for pound, I would still take Peter though. Again, just my opinion. Bill Garner says, "Let's go Oswald up to what?" Oh, dude, yeah, Oswald's secret rare. And there's what. All right, so let's take a look at Oswald versus Steamboat Willie because I feel like those are pretty fair. We're gonna go to. Yep, I'm gonna go to the market here, and we're gonna take a look at these collectibles, and then we're gonna take a look at the brands and what is he gonna be under? He's gonna be under Mickey Mouse, right? I'm not gonna lie. I like Oswald. I think better than Steamboat Willie, and I'll tell you why as soon as I get it. Or I guess it's under Disney for this one. I want to go to the Steamboat Willie one first. Yeah, Mickey. All right, so Mickey Mouse NFT collection. I mean, Steamboat Willie's got. I mean, the ultra rare is 6,900. Everyone comment nice down below for the 69. And that's just the ultra rare. Uncommons, almost 14,000 of them. and the commons almost 19,000. That's a lot. I mean, and the floor of him is $40. Floor of the uncommon is probably 55. Ultra rare was going for 10K at one point. It's down to less than 400. I'll take a look at the Oswald because again, the most expansive, like the Oswald that has the most mints. Wish I could find them in this freaking thing. All right, let's take a look-see here. All right, the Oswald that has the most mints, which is the rare, which is 2,000 less than the Steamboat Willie, is going for 38 gems, which is less than the price point of what it was retail. The only time that happens, oh no, it happens twice with the Steamboat Willie. I would choose Oswald. Oswald, I think, has that, he's got the first appearance. Two of them are animated. Or I'm sorry, one of them's animated, but two are secret rare. You get more MCP points. And he's just a lot scarcer. I would say that. Let's say one of the secret rares is $200 at only, and there's less than 1,000 mints, and the other secret rare is $189. I see now Steamboat Willie is obviously, I think a lot more people know even if you call him Steamboat Willie. Wind the clocks back 2 years. If you were to ask me who Steamboat Willie is, I would draw a blank. If you were to show me a picture, I'd be like, oh, it's Mickey. Why I know that is because if you've ever seen The Outsiders in that movie, Emilio Estevez has a Mickey Mouse shirt on, and you see Steamboat Willie on the TV. He's like, oh, look, Mickey's on TV. He doesn't call him Steamboat Willie, he calls him Mickey Mouse. Sorry, I'm just moving on here. But like, oh, look, Mickey's on TV. As he has a cake and he has a beer. Oh, they had a good life, man. So most people would know him by picture, but ask someone by name who Steamboat Willie is. I don't know if you would know if you're under the age of like 40 or 35. I mean, I'm only 32. So I don't know. But if you, and same thing with Oswald. So I think they're both, I mean, if you were to show me a picture of Oswald, 2 months ago, I might not know who you're talking about. Like, give me the name, give me this. I'd be like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I'm not that big of a Disney fan. I mean, I love Disney, but so I think they're both relatively, I think after this year, though, you're going to have, I think a lot more people know who Oswald is. I think he has less mints. Well, I know he has less mints. And same thing with I would rather take Oswald. Like, if you're going to say, like, the two secret rares of Oswald or one ultra rare of Steamboat Willie, that all together now, I get it. The ultra rare of the Steamboat Willie is animated and he's whistling and it looks cool. But there are more than 3 times as many mints of the ultra rare as there are of the two secret rares combined. And I get that. When there's a million people on the app, is it really going to matter? Probably not. People might go for the animated Steamboat Willie over these, but there's just so much scarcer. And again, they haven't had as much time to marinate in the app. I would say Oswald's, midterm. Now, obviously, Oswald, they've never been $10,000. The ultra rare Steamboat Willie has been $10,000 before. So yeah, moving on. Bill Garn says, also, they're throwing me off with the 3,800 of the Aether. Okay, yeah, I guess we could talk about that too. Where are we going to go here? Let's go to the Medium article and take a look. Every single time we've taken a look at Infinity Stones, they always had some connection to the Infinity Stone beforehand. This next one that has 3,800 editions, the only thing I could think of is like, okay, when you had the 4305 editions for the Power Orb, you didn't have it didn't sell out, and there was like 600 or something left. So you take the 4,300 minus 600, that's 3,700-ish. What's 3,800 minus the 90? That's 3,700. That's the only thing that I could think of. They took the amount that was left of the power orb and they subtracted it from the total mints. And what is that difference? That difference is how many sold. And they're making this Aether to be about how much the last one sold. And they did the same thing for the power orb as they did the scepter. They took the amount that was left, they subtracted it from the total mint number, and what is the difference? The difference is the amount sold. And so they've been doing that. That's the only connection that I could see to the other ones. And the same thing. And we've got, most times you've had like 80 or 90 days in between Infinity Stones. This one happened, it's gonna happen within 2 weeks of each other. That's amazing. I sold something this morning. I don't know what I sold. I sold something this morning, so now I do have the 30 gems. I have 31 gems. When I get this, hopefully I get it, I will have 1.11 gems left. And then remember, we have the Soul Stone to think about. This is not the last one. I don't know why people think that there are 5. There are 6. There are 6 Infinity Stones. This will be the 5th one, and then the 6th one will be the Soul Stone. If we get a Black Widow or a Gamora collectible before the 6th stone, I would buy a couple of those, because there's a chance that you have to burn or sacrifice one for the other. Maybe, I mean, we do have a community update coming next week. It should be after this drop. So they might say, oh, Infinity Stone, guess what we're doing? We're going to start burning. Like, I think that would be pretty dope. So yeah, we're going to take a swig of water here. Joseph says, which team are you? Black or white? You know the right thing to do? Are we going like Pokemon Black and White? Pokemon Black and White 2? Are we doing chess? I mean, white moves first, so that's always nice. Get that head start. I like black. You know, like, I don't know. It's, like, can I quote Rocky? Like, you know, I like black. Black's kind of like my favorite color. You know, like, I don't know. I like the color. I'm wearing black now. I'm wearing a black Feesh's hoodie. Yeah. Moving on here. Colja H. Punks, give me that heart. How's it going? Darth Chaos says, hello there. Oh, General Darth Chaos. Hope you're doing well. Okay, now I'm finally up to where the video started. Mikhail says, scarcity is meaningless without demand. The reason Miles was made so scarce was to try and help offset this too. No, I mean, Miles is technically a Grail. Oh, maybe not yet. He's only like 8,700, or he's going to be a Grail. He's very, very scarce. I would think a Grail would be anything over 10,000. He's very, very hard to get. He's out of reach for most people. Now, could most people sell a bunch of their stuff in their account and then get Miles that way? Sure. You know, I could do that too. I have 2 golden logos left. I might sell one. It wouldn't be to get him. It would be just to get more Omi. Yeah. Moving on. But I think they made him scarce. I don't know why they made him scarce. Maybe to compete with Peter Parker? I don't know. Mindset is... Oh, God, excuse me. Let's go Omi. Let's go Omi, Mindset. I haven't checked Omi yet. Oh, my God, I'm dying. Let's take a look at what the Omi's been doing. And let's see what we've got. That's a Star Fox reference, or Star Wolf comes in. It's like, let's see what you've got. We're up 0.3% today, 600K in volume. We are at 0009, so it has not gone below that. Or maybe it hasn't came back up. Oh, yeah, we were below that yesterday. But had a nice little reverse head and shoulders there. Yeah, good times. Just so many of these same peeps relisting their first appearance Spider-Man over and over, besides listing, is pretty nerve-wracking for me at least. Yeah, I see that. Somebody bought a Secret Rare Spider-Man the other day. It was like a week or so ago. I think it was for like 7,200, 7,400, and somebody's like, "Why did you overpay for this?" It's like that's the floor. Like, why do you think that's overpaid? The dude was 100K at one point. You think 7,200 is overpaying? I don't know. People are crazy, man. People are wild. Sven Donjan, you've been telling me that streaming so late you are sleeping, so I decided to stream earlier in the day. It is 4:55 right now. Eastern Standard Time. I decided to stream earlier in the day so that people in Europe could watch me. Not that it's doing any good. There's only 33 people here, but I'm glad that we can get you here. And some of the rest of Europe. Dive Jedi, what's going on? Says hi, Sven Dungeon. Joshua Tran says, hitting the secret rare Miles Morales on the drop might just be the greatest thing I've ever achieved. Oh, good for you, mate. Good for you. Just his first ever Marvel NFT. Oh, Spidey? Yeah, Spidey. Whoa, who be that? Raythax, my man. $100 hair super chat. Saying Earth 2, Gen X, Megacity, Veve, Omi, ENS domains for the win. Oh, yeah. 100,000%. I'm going to do something here real quick here. Take pictura. Meow. And like, meow, meow, meow. And I was like, sometimes I get donations. So, Raythax, in case you haven't seen, I always mention your domain name here. So yeah, Earth 2, Gen X, Megacity, Veve, Omi, ENS domains for the win. Raythax being a little modest. Raythax had not mentioned his Axie Infinities, his land, his scholarships, all the things that he did in the like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, like right before Earth 2. Like this man is ahead of the curve, I would say, in almost every single thing that he does, like months ahead of other people. So obviously when he looked at Earth 2, looked at one of my videos, I think Arya Realty's videos, he's like, oh, maybe I should get in this. And he did. He's in the top 100 players in there. He's got a Megacity. Obviously that's called the Gen X Megacity because he is Gen X. He's a veteran like I am. So yeah, generally whatever, we should get a shirt that says do what Raythax does, because I don't think he's ever been wrong, at least not in the last 4 years, give or take. Now with Veve and Omi, we're early, which is fair. That's fine. But I would rather be early than late. That, again, just for me. Raythax, how many tiles do you have? I know you got a lot. And he's talking, yeah, so Veve and Omi, I don't know. I think there's a lot of people that went from Earth to Omi. I think predict Raythax. I don't know if you're in her Megacity or one of her Megacities. She has like all of season 1. She has a Donnie, or I think she has 2 Donnies. She's only has 20 something million Omi, but she has a lot. And Raythax ENS domains, he's got a ton. And they will sell for thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. Some might even be 6 figures, some of those ENS domains. Raythax, thank you for super chat saying Gen X Megacity is on Nauru Island. So yeah, if anyone wants to go. So link down below to the Earth 2 game. Link down below if you want to use my referral code. If you want to buy tiles in Raythax's Megacity or under it or underneath it to be a part of it, totally use my code. It'd be great. And then if you want to be like, well, I want to be part of multiple Megacities, obviously go to his Gen X Megacity and then link down below to my Megacity in Chaveztopia in Antarctica. Yeah, good times. So thank you for that, Raythax, my man. Where was I beforehand, before we got distracted by the pretty super chats? Veve Darklink says, hope you're well, Randy. Oh, hello, Veve Darklink. I hope you're doing well also. Been a while. I remember like 2 years ago, you were going to buy one of my Pokemon booster boxes. First edition, I think it was Neo Genesis. I think it was the Neo Genesis one. I was like, yeah, I'll give this to you for X, because I was going to buy more Omi. And I did wind up selling that, obviously for more Omi. Carlos Castron says, burning our Veve NFTs would make most NFTs blue chips, just saying, for MCP. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. You could, let's say if we get a bunch of designer con stuff, like there's a couple of designer con things they're already very, very scarce. They have 666 of them. You're already going to get, there's only a couple hundred. There's no 4 digits. There's only 3 digits. If you start burning them, some of those are like $20, $30. Start burning a bunch of them. Suddenly there's 300, 200 of them. They can go up. Super chat for Raythax says, I have around 90,000 tiles, 55,000 of which are class 1 tiles. I've sold enough back to have my Earth 2 account for free. I made all my initial investment back, about 75,000-ish. God damn. Yeah, so Raythax is very good at what he does, and he sold a lot of his jewels while I was buying jewels, and then jewels took a crap, and Raythax was laughing all the way to the bank. I may or may not have bought some of your gold jewels. I remember sweeping all of them, all the gold jewels for ones that were under $1. And then it all came crashing down in the bear market. It was like, oh, okay. Turtle with a super chat saying, what is a decent starting price to consider with possible special mints? What are your thoughts about using auctions? In 2008 on Power Orb, the year of the comic with the current team. All right, I'll finish the Wraithax chat and then I'll get to your chat. Yeah, I think Wraithax should have a masterclass or a Patreon showing his moves. Everyone pay for it. I would pay for it. I'm like, okay, and we'll have shirts made. Do what Wraithax does because he's almost never wrong. Okay, so Turtle saying a decent price point to consider with possible special mints. If you're talking about special mints like 111, 222, 33, those things, and then you have, like 420, or the year, like let's say if at Disney you have 1901, okay, that's the year of Walt's birth, cool. I don't know if a special case could be made for 1900. Now, obviously he was born in 1901, but in order to get into the army, his mom changed his birth certificate and made the 1 a 0 to make him that year older, so he could join the army 1 year younger. I would say 1901 would be that's the year. For all those special mints that I was mentioning, I would consider all those to be sub 100, with the exception of, let's say, 66. Obviously 66 is already a sub 100, but Clever Jerk, I think Clever Jerk spent $10,000 at least to get all of these sub 100, all of the 66. Why? Execute Order 66. And he got those on all of the Vaders, and that is locked up for a long time unless someone makes him a ridiculous offer. So special mints I would put as sub 100s. If you're talking about truly special mints, you have the year the comic came out or the year whatever came out, I would say maybe a sub 50, which usually carries an extra premium. But say 2008 of the Power Orb was the year of the comic with the current team. I don't know how many people would go and want that. I mean, all it takes is a couple. But I would say that one I would not put as much stock in for that one until more people get here that is familiar with that and know what that is. And then some people might pay a premium, some might not. Wraithax, thank you so much for the super chat. $10 hairs again, saying, and yes, I've made some mistakes in the crypto world, rugs and the like. Still, I pulled 90% of my cryptocurrency out over a year ago, saved my ASS. If I had done what you had done and pulled out when it was, when I was a millionaire, I would have, and let's say I only pulled out 900,000, or yeah, I could have probably, it was probably 1.1, probably could have put out a million. I'd have bought back in. I'd have 400 million on me by now, and I would just have more. I'd have more collectibles. Wraithax is obviously someone to try and emulate, because that would have saved me. That not only would have saved me hundreds of thousands of dollars, actually over $1 million, that would have made me triple my investment into OMI, dollar cost, especially down here. At triple zeros. This is stupid. This is a stupid price. This is ridiculously undervalued right now. So yeah, agreed. All right, getting back to the normal non-super chats with Dr. Rip Sidwell. It's a Fairly Odd Parents reference. Carlos Castro is burn. Oh yeah, so talking about burning, I don't know if they would necessarily become blue chips. There are a couple of ones that, again, the DesignerCon ones that are 600-ish mints. Not all of them do well, with the exception of the Brett Crawford one. And the reason for the Brett Crawford build yourself up, $550, I think the floor is. Okay, well, why? Is because his actual physical one that sold, I think, at Sotheby's. Sotheby's sold for multiple 5 figures, 80,000, give or take. So I think that's why you have that certain. Yeah, I think that's why you have that. Yeah. Bill Gardner says, that's awesome, Joshua. I got an L on that drop. Yeah, I don't think I got a miles either. I don't think I got that. I'm not sure why. Kelly Bordeaux says, I'm 44. but can only assume that Miles will win out in value since the majority of people entering Web3 in the coming years will be the Miles era. That's true, but when you have younger people coming in, a lot of times they don't have that much money. Now, obviously, there are going to be many exceptions to that rule where, yeah, you could be 23 and you could have $1 million. And in which case, 50,000 for this Miles Morales, which would be 5% of your net worth, is I don't know. I mean, I put everything I had into that trophy Kangaskhan, that 80,000. Not everything, but I put a lot into it. Um, and that was half at least, if not more, than my entire net worth at the time. And I did that because obviously I tripled it. So maybe at 50K they think it's undervalued. They think it goes to 150 and they triple their money. Yeah, I think that's possible as well. And the good thing about, like, so I was at my friend Ernie's last week, a week and a half ago, give or take, and he had a bunch of unopened 80s baseball card packs, like a bunch of unopened ones. And I was like, oh, all right, so you got, there's some stuff here. And every single sports card collector store owner that I talked to, they're like, we don't buy stuff from the 80s because it was so overprinted. Obviously, when that boom went off, nobody knew how much product. Everyone was buying so much product. Machines were going, they're going burr because they're printing so much, and you had no idea. We still have no idea how much stuff is out there. So when you take a look at NFTs and digital collectibles, it's like, okay, we know exactly how much is out there. Yeah, these are very scarce, and yeah, in the next 10 years, a Miles Morales could go for 500,000. Like by the end of the decade, a Miles Morales. I mean, if you have PFPs that are going for $400,000 right now, these random PFP projects, CryptoPunks, Bored Ape Yakuza, whatever, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and there's 10,000 of them. What is one of 250 Miles Morales going to get? I don't think 1 million is outside the realm of possibility. Same thing for Secret Rare Spider-Man. That's the OG, and you have people. Again, I've told this to people before in Pokemon. There are some people that I know that will not get into Pokemon because it's not new enough yet. They only like older vintage stuff. I mean, now it's probably getting to the point where, maybe it's getting older. It's getting that, you know, you can compare it with other things. I mean, there's some people that things are too inexpensive for them. Like, yeah, not really my thing. Like the same way I would tell people, oh, hey, I think these are undervalued. But let's say Marvel Mighties, like um, let's say the Umbaku or the Queen Ramondas that you can get for like $4. There's only 4,200 of those. For like $15,000, you could probably buy the whole supply. Or as people do that, and you become the store at that point. And then obviously you're going to have to go and sell. Okay, I'm going to sell up here and sell up here, and you have to do that manually. Most people would not do that. Like rich people, why? Because it's too little for them. Yeah, $15,000, and what? I make like 30,000. I have to put in all this effort. That's not worth it to someone that's worth seven figures. The same way, why buying a Miles Morales for like 8K and flipping at 20K, or let's say flipping at 100K, it might not be worth it for them because they are worth nine figures. And some people don't get out of bed for that. There's art that is purchased for nine figures, $100 million. And they don't even hang it up in their wall. What you do with that type of art is you store it in a temperature-controlled storage facility and you hang up a fake. Art world drives me nuts with that. That they spend tens of millions or sometimes $100 million for a piece of art and then they throw up a fake. Oh my God. So yeah, there's a whole big world out there that a lot of people in Web3, a lot of these first-time investors are just not privy to. You get glimpses of it when you have people like Dr. Profit, spending a whole bunch of money. That dude's, I mean, he's already hella rich, but he's gonna be more hella rich in the future, especially with his OMI. I mean, yeah, the NFTs, obviously, when you have the first appearance of a bunch of these, 400 waltz. Dude has almost 10% supply of waltz. And yeah, that's going to be, it's already worth seven figures, but that'll be worth 10 figures in no time. That'll be worth nine figures. Yeah. Moving on. Big A says, I'm on Team Secret Rare Miles on drop also. Secret Rare 139. Dude, that's amazing. Joshua Tron says, thanks, Bill. Sorry to hear, bro. Hopefully you picked up a Miles in the market. I hope you did too. Joshua Tron says, let's go, Big A. Get it. Palace Brendan Z says, anyone thinking Miles is bigger than Peter might just need a CTE check. I mean, for the younger generation, he is. Obviously, anyone over the age of 40, if you don't have kids, no, it's Peter Parker. If you don't have kids and you're not into comics, you probably don't know who Miles is. I mean, if you do not have kids, you're not into comics, and which nowadays you have people, at least on the coasts, but I would say the average of America doesn't have kids until around 30 now, where, obviously in middle America, it's still much younger. But for most of time, people are having kids early 20s. And now it's, people are having kids later. And that's, I don't know I don't know how that's going to change things. But yeah, there's some people, like most, I don't know, it's hard. I feel like now when you have this weird dynamic where that's never happened before, and it's a recent thing, like the past 10 years, where women that are in their early 20s are, at their peak, and they can just be with superstars. They could be with basketball players. They could be with, people that own yachts, and like they just um and then, so why are you going to try to settle down at 22 when you could be with all these people and network and, live like the best life that you could live? And then, you have on the other side guys that are really, I'll say it, we're pretty worthless when we're younger. We don't, guys they don't make that much money yet. They're not good. They haven't really filled out a lot of them yet. And they don't really hit their peak value until, well, the top earning potential you don't get till in your 40s. But you say you're making money by late 20s, early 30s, you get barely, you get job, you get car, and at that point it's like, yeah, this gets really squirrely. Where you have that on the opposite end of that, the guy's not wanting to get married because, okay, well, why? And I know I'm going really, really far away from this. I'll try to bring it back. Where you're saying Miles is bigger than anyone that thinks Miles is bigger than Peter, I might just need a CTE check. I think that he is for the younger generation, but again, that's people that right now are not. I would say that's people that don't have big boy jobs yet or big girl jobs yet, and those people, or first time investors in general, usually can't see the forest where the trees are in the way, and they don't think. A lot of them don't think long term. Like I see a bunch of these people that are constantly not, I don't want to say nagging Veve, but they're like kind of like fudding their own investments. One this, one that. What do you think a potential investor is going to think when they go on Twitter and they see like a bunch of negativity? I feel like people are just have this narrow view, and again, that's first time investors. So when you have people that are younger and into Miles, they're not thinking, yeah, Peter Parker is the best, and they're not thinking more than 6 months down the road. They're thinking Miles is cool. I want Miles as a flex. I'll be able to open up myself to more potential mates if I get Miles, because he's such a, everyone knows who he is, at least in their generation. Like I don't know, I had no idea what alphabet lore was, but a lot of my friends that have young kids, they love that stuff. It's so weird that the amount of worlds that are out there that we know nothing about. Like, I still don't know anything about alphabet lore. Anyway, moving on. VV Darklink says, thoughts on the Secret Rare Amazing Spider-Man number 2, Amazing Spider-Man number 4, Secret Rare 180 editions is hurt, Amazing Spider-Man number 1 value. No, I would say it would go and give some validity to the sales that Amazing Spider-Man number 1 has. Because if it's, oh, this one is out here, this price point is what it is because there's nothing else to compare it to. When you have others like it that have the similar price points to it, it suddenly doesn't just become a random scatter plot. It becomes, oh no, these are not scatter plot, these are data points and these are patterns. And it just gives more validity to the previous sales. Again, just my opinion, but that's just the way I see it. And I think a lot of other people would see it that way as well. Joshua Tron says Miles' animation can't be ignored. Yeah, that is a sexy animation. Now the Peter Parker ones are great. Those are really cool tricks. Those are cool party tricks. But yeah, that Miles Secret Rare animation is dope AF. Darcy Donovan, why are you doing that? Why are you going live everywhere? Okay, moving on. House Brennan Z says, does Peter not have 2 animated poses? He does, the Ultra Rare and the Secret Rare. Secret Rare I think is better. Colger H Punk says, is this just Veve or will we talk about Omi too? Yeah, I love Omi. Again, with Omi though, there's really not a ton to talk about until we get utility, until we get exchanges. Now, are they going to address that on the update? They're going to address something about Omi. They're going to address something about on the community update. I don't know if there's a real reason to address Wire other than the fact that it set us back a couple weeks. Because again, why do you need to address Wire? They went down, they came back up, we're still using them again. I think the only reason to address Wire is because of because how much it set us back. But I think they will also address like, hey, for OUP, Reese had said MCP is more far along than OUP, so maybe the new devs that they're hiring, because they did plan to double. And again, you had Gavin Waters, I think, mentioned David again, or he mentioned. Let's talk about the search bar here. Let's take a look at. Where am I? Whenever and to be together, I'll be there. Okay, so we have somebody, 2 people saying, I don't think Veve's trying to be a cash grab, but I think they need solid leadership from someone who has scaled tech companies before. This guy V says, yep, I know scaling a startup is not easy, but they should understand that they have built so far is not the app that masses will adopt, and not even close to that. If the dev team takes 1 year to deliver a search bar, I swear it's not hate, it's just an observation. And you have Gavin Weeks, who is the founder of Colex, which is a very, very good dev team. They're the ones that have worked with Hero and had made Hero. They had made that platform what it is, which is the burning and the crafting and interoperable with Immutable X. Like, a lot of that has to do with Colex, with that dev team. I think they're very, very valuable. So Gavin, the founder of him, goes on and says, you'd be surprised how complicated a search bar can be. The main problem isn't around the feature itself, but how the data is stored and indexed. Else searching and retrieving results can very easily crater your database and slow everything down or crash. And comment down below if you have any other tech skills that would rebuttal that. But I think this is not the first time Gavin's getting involved in Veve affairs. He had said the other day, he's like, oh yeah, me and David had a good conversation a few weeks ago. I haven't seen him. Actually, I gotta go and put his tweets on notification, because that is what's it called, Weeks. All right, I gotta find out his actual username. Oh, it's at FlickQ. All right, FlickQ. Oh, he's following me. I will follow back. The person, to my knowledge, hasn't really done too much as far as interacting with the Veve community before, and now he's been fairly responsive to the Veve community. I don't think that's a coincidence. And I don't think it's a coincidence that Reese said, we're doubling our dev team at the same time. Gavin had said, yeah, me and David had a nice talk the other day. But as far as Omi goes, again, there's not a ton to talk about. I will dollar cost average as often as I can. I bought another million Omi last week. That was because I was supposed to get a check this week and I didn't. So I may have over leveraged myself just a little bit. Ooh, just a little bit. But I think they'll go over that in the update. I think you'll get we should have also gotten on our development roadmap another update. It might be another couple weeks, whatever. But the development roadmap, I don't think has moved much. I think crypto to gem that's really going to help. And weightless drop system. Weightless drop system, I might. the waitlist drops is when that drops. I think you're supposed to have that with MCP and with the first thing of OUP, which you need bronze tickets for. And in order to have the bronze tickets, you're probably going to need an OMI spot wallet because you're supposed to have OMI. You're supposed to buy that with OMI. So maybe the waitlist drop system they're going to start and they're just going to test it out with saying, okay, a third of the drop is going to go to people in the waitlist, on or a queue. I mean, I guess they could do that and just have all of them go in the queue instead of smashing the buy now button. That might be different. Yeah, moving on. Big A says, Joshua, are you C. Layton? Jessica Layton? I know Jessica Layton. She's a reporter in upstate New York. We did an acting gig together. We did a pilot together last year. She's a cool cat. It's a jive turkey. Mikhail says Palace 100%. Joshua Trans says no. LOL. No, I wish. LOL. Same last name though. Nice. Where was I? Oh god, where was I? Okay, animation. There we go. Turtle says, hey Randy, another great show last night. I thank you. Yeah, it was good. I talked for about an hour. Eva came in for a bit. Some girl Brittany came in for a bit. When Lopez, when Supergirl, she happened to go and pop in for a while, so that was great. Got to ask some really cool questions. Getting older. And Sparky and Fan Bam were supposed to be in there. Fan Bam, I guess, was really loud where she was. And Sparky, I guess that Sparky is the only one in that group now that is still in her 20s, keeping us young. Oh my god, I'm so old. Oh, excuse me. Moving on. It was a fun stream. Wes says, so many Disney fanatics go to Disneyland and spend thousands of dollars and they have no clue Disney collectibles are on Veve. I feel like that meme where you're like in the corner and everyone else is having a good time. Like they have no idea that Disney collectibles are on Veve. You're like holding your drink. Like they don't know that I used to be a millionaire. I would say that they will. And Wes, I don't know if you saw this in a video. I will go and play part of a video here if I could find it. Nope, not shorts. I'm gonna go here. Video, let it go. Videos. 5. Okay, there we go. Take a look at this. That's a QR code. That QR code is in the new Agatha Coven of Darkness. And it's for Marvel Insiders. It is for, and that's a QR code in She-Hulk. She-Hulk had a QR code in every single episode, and that's a QR code over in Moon Knight. Why does this matter? Well, this is currently for Marvel Insiders, saying like, oh, hey, download this, scan this QR code, and you could do it on your Disney Plus. Scan this QR code and get a comic. I think, Wes, that in the future, they replace those QR codes for Marvel Insider to get free comics. And I think they go and they decide to say, hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put Veve QR codes in there to download your Veve app. That's what I think that they do. Could I be wrong with this? Yeah, I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. I think that this is just a test. Because again, what good does it do them to scan a QR code and give away a free comic? Hopefully that they purchase something else, sure. But I think it'd be better for Marvel and Disney to go and say, hey, scan this QR code, download the Veve app, and then go spend a bunch of money. I mean, you could give them something for free and then say, oh, give them something like out of the set, you have 4 things in that set, and the rest of them are $5. That gets them the addiction of completing a set. That gets them the addiction of MCP points and having those numbers go up, and then you find out what drops are. I would love to see how people react to that in real time, like through their eyes, like, oh, what is this? Obviously, we can't see that for the first time because we've been in this for years. But yeah, I think that eventually you're going to have those QR codes on Disney Plus. I think you're going to have those QR codes in the Disney World and Disneyland. I think there are, again, Disney is most likely going to have 2 metaverses. They're going to have their one metaverse, which uses their current infrastructure, and that infrastructure, like Harry Potter World has, if you take your wand and you stand in a certain spot, and I use like Wingardium Leviosa. You can have like you can say Wingardium Leviosa, flick your wand at a magic thing, and it will, as you do that, levitate a thing of water for you. It will do certain things. It will Alohomora. It will unlock doors. That's something really cool that everyone, including myself, loves to do at Harry Potter World. You think that Disney doesn't see that? And you think that they're not going to want to have interactive stuff like that? Like, oh, hey, take a selfie with your Veve NFTs here. Don't have the Veve app? Here's a QR code. I am not a Disney fanatic like a lot of people, but I know business and I know marketing, and that is something very, very easy for them to do. Again, like AF-15. What did the last AF-15 sell for? Let's take a look. Take a look. Common photos. We had, or let's use Miles Morales. The last Miles Morales just sold for $7,299, right? $7,299 times 0.06 because they get 6%. That's $437. It's so worth it. If you choose to get one of those sales a week, it's an extra $400. Like that is, oh my God, the resale fees, like that is more than enough incentive for Disney to want to just go and market that like a mofo, because they get, like, anyone ever see the movie Hackers, where in that they determine that somebody is skimming a few pennies from every single credit card transaction in the world, whether they're buying gas, buying groceries, whatever it is, a couple pennies here, a couple pennies there, or even like a tenth of a penny, whatever it is, and it amounts to millions or billions of dollars, whatever it is. You think Disney doesn't see that? You think that they won't see that in the next, because again, they don't know NFTs. They don't even know gaming. They have Square Enix make their Final Fan, not Final Fantasy, they do Final Fantasy as well. They make their Kingdom Hearts games. They do not know NFTs. Veve is taking the hands of all of these companies that have no idea what Web3 is, that have no idea what to expect, and they're walking them through. And they're saying, let me be your guide, as Rarity said to, together we can be your guide. Sorry, in that one episode of My Little Pony. And they are Aladdin saying, I can show you the world of NFTs. And Disney can say, okay, you take care of that part. We'll take care of the content. We'll take care of whatever. We'll take care of the advertising when the time comes, when the app is ready. And yeah, let's make millions of dollars together. Tens of millions of dollars. This is... A lot of people focus on big ticket items. Well, how often does a Miles Morales sell? I get it. Not that often. Once a week, give or take. But how many times do the small things sell? There's sales every single day. They're every single heckin' day. And Disney's just raking that in. And that's right now when the app is, barely 2 years old. What is it going to be when we have million? Oh, dude, drop Pokemon? Bruh. How much money has Disney made just from Hello K buying and selling his ducks? Like, just from that alone. Yeah. I don't know if Disney really cares what the price point is. As long as it buys and sells and Disney keeps racking in those numbers, I don't think they give a fudge. God, this is beautiful. Anyhow, where was I? Big A says, that's why I was asking, but also common Vietnamese last name. That guy really loves Spider-Man. He's got an army. He has a bunch of people that love Spider-Man. Justin says, step aside. Steamboat Willie Oswald is here now. Turtle says, what are your thoughts on stacking as many power orbs as possible since they have the lowest number of mints? Then keep one set and sell the rest before the airdrop. Then you get the pump and skip the dump. Technically the lowest is the secret rare Eye of Agamotto with the time stone. But I see your point. Yeah, 3,800 is not a lot, but $30. I mean, they'll still make 100K off of this, which is nice. You'll still make 100K off it, but gross sales anyway. But, or I would say, however, comma. Yeah, I mean, I have to put it on a poll of how many people actually have this, because I feel like this is not something that, I mean, again, I have, 57 people here? I have maybe 1,200 people watching my videos that I upload. I don't know how many people are really taking a look at what the Infinity Stones can mean, what the Infinity Gauntlet is. Like, Marvel MCU is one of the biggest movie franchises ever. But there's a bunch of people that either didn't see it or like, yeah, I kind of saw this one and this one. Do you think they know the difference between a Reality Stone and a Power Stone? Like, do you think they know that what the Aether is, or what Loki's scepter that has a stone in it? Most people probably don't. I feel like a bunch of people on this app, a lot of them don't really know yet. So I don't know how much pump and dump that will be, especially for $30. It's hard. Now, obviously, the people that are paying attention, they're like, oh heck yeah, give me all of them. But how many people is that? Plus, you have other drops coming on. Plus, you have yeah. I mean, I think the price will pump when we get crypto to gem. And then when you get crypto to gem, hopefully in Q2, or hopefully in Q1, but probably Q2, that'll definitely pump it a bit. But who knows? It's possible to get the 6th Infinity Stone before Q2. I mean, I think there has to be a reason that they delivered this one less than 2 weeks after the last one, where in reality, the rest of them had like 80 or 90 days in between. So yeah, I'm curious. Samando says, "LOL." I thought the same today, Oswald. But yeah, you could. That's a strategy you can employ if you want, Turtle. But again, that might backfire if you buy let's say you buy 100 of them, and you spend $3,000. What is to say that the Soul Stone comes in 2,000 gems? Like, I think that's a risk. And that's why, I have two of the Black Panther Secret Rare Mighties, because it's currently the lowest in circulation for the Mighties. But that could be writ large. When the next Marvel Mighty, let's say Ant-Man Quantumania, you could have Kang at 666 mints, 888, whatever. You could have him as a very low number, and then suddenly people that are stacking the Secret Rare Black Panther is like, oh man, this one's lower now. Yeah. Justin says, I keep hearing Oswald. Am I going crazy? Oswald's good, man. He's good. Bill Gardner says, if Oswald jumps past 10K, then we will know who's king. I could picture the Secret Rare Oswald being several hundreds dollars, maybe even low thousands. 5 figures is a lot, at least in the next year or so. And again, 2.5 years when things are to the moon, and I guarantee you, I'm not going to be the only millionaire that Veve has. There's going to be dozens and dozens of millionaires from Omi, and yeah, maybe Oswald. Maybe he gets to be the the one that surpasses Steamboat Willie. Maybe he gets over 10K, the Secret Rares. It's possible. Who knows? Samando says, had to get one Oswald just in case. Yeah, I got a rare. Big A says, Secret Oswald's over 200, while animated is below retail is dumb. Secret Rares are like they took 2 screenshots of animated to make Secret. I know, one's like this and one's like this. That's why I was happy getting the rare. I was happy getting the rare because it's animated and it looks cool, and the other ones are different poses, which it was fine, scarce. I mean, it all sold out. It'll go up anyway. I mean, I think when you have again, this is the scarcest one of the scarcest Disney NFTs at 4,900. Usually they're a bit more. Again, the Steamboat Willie, the common and the uncommon, they were tens of thousands. The only one below 10,000 was the ultra rare, and that was 6,900. This one is 4,900. Yeah, I would much rather take the Oswald. Much better room for growth in the future. That's my opinion. John says, this is like when Andy left Woody for Buzz. Oswald. Oh god, rip. News Now Marijuana says, LOL, you guys are all focused on Oswald Rabbit. I'm focused on Secret Rare Mini poster, only 343, and I have 3 now. You have almost 1%. Good for you, mate. Yeah, that mini poster is... We still don't have a mini collectible. We have a mini lenticular card, and we have a mini poster. It's interesting. But yeah, there's very few that have that. And one of the Kardashian sisters loves Minnie Mouse. No, she'll want it. I don't know which one, but I know one of them wants it, and that whole family's billionaires, like separately. I think the younger one was a billionaire at like 20, which is insane. Shout out to her. It's great. Yeah, it's very scarce. I think posters are really disrespected right now, which is fair. We hang them in our showroom, sure. Really, when we get the first iteration of the Veveverse, hopefully in Q2, well, hopefully in Q1, but let's say Q2, where we get the home space and we get accessories. Yeah, I would say posters start going up then when you actually have a house, home space. But it's just my opinion. Just says Big A market is sleeping. Mm-hmm. News Now Marijuana says silly wabbit. Tricks are for whales. It is. Kobe Collects, what's going on? Saying good work, Randy. Oh, why? Thank you, Kobe Collects. I hope you're doing all right. News Now Marijuana says not a whale, not financial advice. Oh, News Now Marijuana, you're so modest. I think you're well in my book. Big A says, hey Kobe, peace. Watch Any Pray. What's going on? Says Randy, tell me to stop and buy more Omi. Just picked up a 3x3 uncut sheet of 2000 Topps Chrome Pokemon cards with Zardy Boy in the center. Watch Any Pray. I'm telling you this because we know each other. Stop and buy more Omi. I mean, if you have money coming in, do whatever. But yeah, I would say definitely stop and buy a little more Omi. And, that's what these Topps, those things will always be there. The Omi, though, the chance of, and again, we could be down here for another year. I'll say that again. We could be down here at these Omi prices for another year. I really hope we're not, but it's possible. We could go and if we are, geez, a lot of people could stack a lot. I will have aged probably another 5 years in this next year if that happens. Or we could start pumping in 4 months. I don't know. Or they could surprise us and be like, hey, Binance, I doubt it. That's probably never going to happen. Not never, but not that soon. Raythax, thank you for that $100 super chat, saying Earth 2, Gen X Megacity, Veve and Omi, and ENS domains for the win. Raythax is almost never wrong. Consistently right, consistently times the market very, very well. So when someone like Raythax says Earth 2 and his Megacity, Veve and Omi, and ENS domain names for the win, those are good investments, not financial advice. Kobe Collect is at Big A. Hey, brother. Hope you're doing well today. Saturday. Will Gardner says Raythax was Gen X City. Raythax says Gen X City is on Nauru Island. Thank you for the super chat as well. News Time Marlon says, whoa, watch Any Pray. How much was that? Yeah, how much was that? I'm curious. Bill Gardner says, cool. I'll try to get a plot there. Predict hit a 4-digit MC1 secret rare off the drop. I think she still has it. Yeah, yes. Predict has a bunch of grails. Her account hasn't moved in a while. I don't even know if she KYC'd. God, I love her. Wes says, wow, Raythax is a beast. Thank you for taking care of Big Daddy Chavez. Thank you, Wes. Love it. Raythax, thanks again for the super chat, saying I have around 90,000 tiles. 55,000 are class 1 tiles. And again, he has sold enough back to have his Earth 2 account for free. He has made all of his initial investment back, which was around 75,000-ish. And now, what is your account worth? I don't know if you're still here, but a couple 100,000. And the essence that you have, oh my God. I have about 40,000 essence, and oh God, so I am waiting for that to launch. I'm waiting for that to launch. And again, that might not launch until the end of the year. We're supposed to get it in Q3 of last year. Whatever we got it yet. Bear market, guys. Bear market recession. We might not get a listing for Essence until, again, we might wait 12 months. I think that they would probably do it in the second half of this year, Q3, Q4. Hoping Q3, but, yeah. Ricky Shepard, how's it going? Saying, what's up, Chavez? Quick one. I've started buying first edition PSA 10 Jungle, Fossil, and Rocket sets. Is this a bad idea? Also, do you know the print sizes for these? Thanks. I mean, if you're getting the sets, those are so for graded cards, obviously the amount in PSA, the pop report, obviously that can only go up because there's still a lot of packs out there. You can open them and, more and more will be submitted. But So what makes the rocket set really is the Dark Charizard. That's what makes the rocket set. Like any set that Charizard in always carries a little bit of premium. If I were you though, I would change the rocket set for the gym challenge because the gym challenge has much better. Granted, there's more cards. There's a lot more cards, but it just has much better Pokemon. It has much better artwork. It is much like the Pokemon are more playable. It's just all around, in my opinion, a better set. Now that being said, again, that's the second Charizard we get in WotC. In Wizards of the Coast, obviously you had the base set Charizard, which first edition Shadowless, unlimited. And the Dark Charizard's the second one we get, but it's got weak attack, it's at a low level, it's got low health. Blaine's Charizard though in the Gym Challenge, my heckin' goodness, that one's a beast. And Blaine's Archon again, I think it's a better art, but that rocket set, it's got a Dark Blastoise, got a Dark Charizard, doesn't have a Dark Venusaur. You get Erica's Venusaur over in the Gym Challenge set, but no Blastoise. It's got some really good ones, but it also has repeat artworks. Like, okay, here's the Dark Blastoise in Hollow, and here's the Dark Blastoise in non-Hollow. Here's a Dark Charizard in Hollow. Here's a Dark Charizard in non-Hollow. It does have the repeats, which Gym Challenge does not have. But that one's good. But the big three, the original three, are the Jungle, Fossil, and base set. Jungle, I'm trying to think of the good ones in there. You got Victory Bell. You got, I think, Nidoqueen's in there. You got a couple good ones in Jungle. Fossil has that Gengar. Fossil has the Dragonite. Fossil has a lot of really good ones. I will never say to not buy it. I would say right now, Omi's probably the better investment for long term, but you'll make money if you buy those first edition PSA 10 sets. Yeah. I don't know the print. Go to PSA and look at the pop report, and you can be able to tell how many of them are graded right now. Turtle says, thank you for the super chat, saying, what is a decent starting price point to consider with possible special mints? What are your thoughts on the auctions? Line in 2008, Power of Orb, which is the year of the comic with the current team. Again, I don't know how much of those I had. I don't know how much of people would really equate like the year of the current comic team with that being a special mint, but most of the special mints I would say are about sub 100s. Super special mints that like everybody knows of that you don't have to really dig and reach for. Maybe those could be, like similar to sub 50. And I hope that helps. Raythax, thank you for the super chats. Bill Gardner says, Raythax, are you in cornucopias? Raythax says, yes, haha. I've made some mistakes in the crypto world, rugs and the like. Still, I pulled 90% of my cryptocurrency out over a year ago, saved my ASS. I hope you're buying now. I hope you're dollar cost averaging now, because now is a pretty decent time. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for the super chats. Those mean the world. Justin, thank you for commenting, saying Raythax playing the market. He do be playing the market, though, and he's very, very good. Sleeping Comic says, Peter Parker versus Miles, not sure, so I got both. Yeah, it's never a bad idea to get both. Yeah, you're not going to go wrong. At least not long term. Or even midterm. Kobe Collect says, Junk Wax era was real. If we're talking about wax, like the chain wax, like NFTs on wax, yeah, bad stuff, bad times. My first official NFTs are on wax, sorry to say. Raythax has NFTs on there too. And they do bear the official Earth 2 logo, which is very nice. But yeah, VV Darklink says ZZZ, Cap, Punch, Fire. I don't know what that means. Kobe Collects says 1999 base set Charizard is more readily available than lots of modern Charizards based off those print runs. Yeah, what were there? 8 print runs for Unlimited? There's so many, and those are always going to be in demand. Those are always going to be there. And this is why scarcity matters, yeah, but you have 121, I think, first edition PSA 10 Charizards, and I don't know how many thousands first edition PSA 9 Charizards, first edition PSA 8, more other thousands, 7 other thousands, and then you have the Shadowless. You have thousands of Shadowless Charizards, and you have tens of thousands, if not 100,000, normal Charizards, unlimited. Yeah, it's insane how many of those there are. But the first edition PSA 10 still carry a premium of hundreds of thousands of dollars. So even though there's a lot of Peter Parkers, commons, uncommons, rares, ultra rares, there's still only 1,000 secret rare. That's pretty scarce. Kobe Plays has got to run. We'll catch replay. Joshua Trans says, imagine the prices if we can list on OpenSea or when they bring in crypto to NFT. Crypto to NFT is going to be a big one. Again, I don't really like OpenSea. I think it's confusing for a lot of people. I think it's going to get people stuck. Obviously, interoperability would be a bit easier. I think probably on Immutable X. They could go to both. That might help a little bit. Yeah, I would say, I don't know. I don't know if going open. I mean, I guess it helps for marketing. They just seem like a pain in the butt, you know? Just my opinion. Bill Gardner says, I work for those people. They put their art in underground bunkers. Yep. I do it. High-end construction clients. Yep. Oh, Bill Gardner, tell them about my Predator project. If you buy the NFT, you get a free paint, or you get a free photo. If you buy the photo, you get a free NFT. It's really cool. Wes says, people are buying six-figure watches and never wear them because they are afraid of it getting jacked. Yeah, people are my friend Mike collects watches, and he's got a bunch of them. They're really cool. But yeah, there's a lot of people like that. Walrus King says, hey, Randy, hope you're having a great weekend. I'm doing all right. I'm having I'm having a weekend. I'm still sick, though, so my throat is not the best. I haven't gone to the gym. This is actually a very low point in my life where I'm just not. Yeah, I'm not doing so hot on the physical end. But I'll get back there. I'll get back there once I get better. Omi Panda says, hey, all cool cats and kittens. I read an article the other day that Carol Baskin's husband's actually alive and well, and has been for like a year, but like nobody noticed. And then she's like, yeah, man, he's been alive for like, yeah, apparently they found him in like Ecuador or some South American country or wherever. But yeah, Carol Baskin, we all thought that she killed her husband. We all thought that she whacked him and fed him to alligators or tigers or whatever. But no, apparently he's alive and kicking. The world is insane. Moving on. Bill Gardner says, we got one customer that filled up their bunker, so while their other one is being built, they store their excess art at a secure warehouse. Oh, to be rich again. I cannot wait. Not that I would do that, but yeah. Big A says, people are buying six-figure watches because they have been booming in value for the past 3 years. So they're buying them to make profits off flips, not really to wear, though. Okay. All right, I could see that. I could picture that. It's not a bad thing. KJH Punk says, Real Randy Chavez, do you think it's possible Veve will continue to miss timelines so we don't get OUP ready this year and no big exchanges for the next bull run and we do nothing in 2024 and 2025? I mean, I guess it's possible, but I would say that that's a less than 2% chance. I mean, well, it depends on how you take it. Missing timelines, sure. A lot of tech companies miss timelines. That's just a fact of life. That's to be expected. But again, OUP is not just, hey, it's here, and suddenly we have all of OUP. OUP is, hey, we have crypto to gem. Cool. You know, next month, hey, we have this. Okay, cool. So it's like every month or so you get one thing here and one thing there. So we'll start getting OUP this year. Most likely we'll start getting some parts of OUP next quarter. Is it possible to get this quarter? Yeah, it is. It is possible this quarter. Again, this quarter is only barely a third over. You know, you still have February and March. February is a very short month, 30 days, and March is only 30 days. January is a long month, but you still have 60-ish days to go and you still have 60-ish days to go and in this quarter. So it's very possible that we start OUP this quarter. We'll get more info on the community update. But yeah, big exchanges. I mean, again, what's big? Big, let's say Coinbase and Binance. I think we get them by 2025. I think we probably get them in 2024. When? I don't know. Is there a chance we get them this year? I mean, I guess, but I think they are going to start with the lower tier what's that called? The lower tier exchanges first. And when they start with those lower tier exchanges, I mean, again, because like once you have Binance and Coinbase, it's like, does anything else really matter? It's like the director that did The Force Awakens. They said like, listen, the reason we didn't have Luke really in this movie is because as soon as Luke came on screen, you did not care about any of the other characters. You did not care about anything else. All you cared about was Luke. In that same breath, once you get on Coinbase and Binance, do you care that we're on Kraken? Do you care that we're on KuCoin? Do we care that we're on Crypto.com when we're on Coinbase and Binance? No. So I think we're going to get a lot of the smaller ones first, and then the big guns saved for later, probably 2024. The missed timelines, sure, yeah, that'll probably continue to happen just because it does for most tech. But for all the other things, I would say that we start hitting them this year. Empty Heroes, Zach Culture Punk, I think Veve are printing money with drops, so Veve are in no hurry for OMI or OUP. Yeah, put yourself in David and Dan's shoes. You have 30 billion OMI each. You want OMI to go up. Yeah, being owner of a multi-billion-dollar company is nice, but wouldn't it be great if you were also multi-billionaires because of the amount of OMI you had? I think that, yeah, I think that they would want that as well. And again, that OMI price going up looks really, really good for Veve's balance sheet. Yeah. Bill Garner says, last 4 days in a row, AF15 Secret Rare has sold for 10K. Damn. All right, so let's take a look at 10K. I did not need 6% for that, $600. So Disney's just cashing checks, $600 here, $600 there, every single day. Disney sees the potential. How can they not? Wes says Miles Morales sold today. Yes, it did. Veve Wheels and Poetry Delivery says, what up, fam? Yo, what up, Veve Wheels? Hope you're doing well. NFT Heroes says, Wes. Oh, two sold. Yeah, gotta love it. It's like dinosaurs. I'm the baby. You gotta love me. It's like, oh, big fat pug. It's like Miles Morales. He sold again. Oh, excuse me. Mr. Locknet says, how do I get rich quick with the Veve NFT? I mean, depends on your definition of rich, depends on your definition of quick. And with NFTs, it's hard. It's hard with NFTs. I mean, especially with Disney ones, because if you buy an NFT for, let's say, $1,000, you have to hope it goes up to at least 1,200 to make a profit. Why? Because the 1,200, okay, you sell that, and then you have let's say 1,150 left. Let's say 950 is taken out because of what do you call it? Because of their fee, their 8.5% fee, 6 from Disney, 2.5% from Veve. Okay, and then you go to cash out. Okay, well there's another 10%. So it has to go up like 20% just to get a tiny bit of profit. With the NFTs, you really needed to go up a lot, especially if they're Disney or Marvel. The DC ones before Black and White Series 6 came out, yeah, you just have that 2.5% fee. Most of the other ones, you only have 2.5% fees. OMI is, in my opinion, just, I don't want to say safer. It's just a bit easier. You don't have to consistently watch the market. Just come back in 2 years. That's it. Your mom says, hey, Randy, should I chase the Infinity Stone hype? I minted everything except the Time Stone. Should I sell some of my stuff to chase the speculation or hold on to my stuff? Could sell my Secret Rare Amazing Spider-Man 4. I mean, you definitely don't want to go chasing. What? How much of the Time Stone? Like, do you not have? Because one of the Time Stones I think is like $30. It might even be less than that. Let's take a look. Look for you. Go to my full sets, and we'll take a look at the Eye of Agamotto. And actually, what they did is they changed it. So before it used to be, say, Eye of Agamotto, premium digital format, but now it says this must have digital collectible features, the Eye of Agamotto, and Infinity Stone within in premium digital format. And that's not for the ones where you see it. That's for the uncommon. I've said this before. If you take a look at this inside the vault, you can see the Time Stone in it. They had to change it to say the Infinity Stone within. That was not there last week. So, and this one's $10. So you can get this for $10.80. So it's $11. The rare is probably a little bit more, $75. Okay, that's actually above retail. And And the secret rare, last I checked, was $3.95, $3.99 now. It's possible that it's okay if you just have one of them. I just don't know the way that they're doing it, though. I don't know if they want to say, hey, yeah, you need all three, or you just need one of them. But if you only have the uncommon, which is $11, you get this crappy Infinity Gauntlet. Versus the rare, you get the Thanos one. The secret rare, you get the Stark Gauntlet. Again, I don't know what they're gonna do. Maybe you can just have one. Maybe you can have all three. It's very, very hard. It's really hard. Yeah. Where was I? It says, or my Lola 59 ASM 1 ultra rare. Also, I could put a little cash in to save me from selling stuff. I just don't know if I don't think we have enough data to make an informed decision. Like my mission is to empower you guys to make informed decisions about what you're buying. And I'm not telling you what to buy, it's just giving you as much data as I can. And I think with appropriate YouTuber to subscriber education, you can, yeah, you can do that. Yeah, so I'm moving on. So I don't know. I wouldn't say to put money in and sell. So it's just a lot of unknowns. The Veve Zombie says, "Hey Randy, what should Veve do about Master Collector points not representing the values of collectibles like a secret rare, like a secret of Spider-Man versus secret rare serial killer?" I don't know. I think it just depends. I think secret rares should all be the same, right? Not represent the values of collectibles. I mean, at that point, it's just an added layer of gamification. It's separate from the prices. Like, oh, the secret rare gets this amount of points. There's a rare that gets this amount of points. So I don't think that the price of it matters, and I don't think the MCP point should reflect anything on the price, because that's where you get a lot of manipulation. Like, how often will that change? Like, oh, yeah, I don't know if it should. Maybe for scarcity, but secret rare is already pretty scarce. Yeah, I don't know if that should really change at all. Yeah, just my opinion. Jeremy Howson says, completely off topic, but have any one-of-one artist proofs ever sold on the market? I think just the Black Panther one is on the market at the moment. I don't have that data, so I don't know if they did. I feel like someone would have told me, oh, hey, Chavez, this happened. So I'll keep you posted. Oh wow, so 2 miles did sell today. One for 7,300, one for 8,600. Damn. So people do be buying. But I'll keep you posted on that, Jeremy. Kolja H. Punked says, Real Randy Chavez, what is your bearish OMI price prediction for 2024? I think this time next year, in January of next year, we could still be at this price. That is my bearish prediction. I think towards the end of 2024, though, bearish is probably like half a penny to a penny. Like super, yeah, my bearish prediction for the end of 2024 is half a penny to a penny. The base case is obviously a bit higher than that, and the bull case is obviously much higher than that. But that's my bear case. You know, if we don't do anything, if we have no updates and no exchanges, and that almost sounds like a black swan scenario where things get worse, like everything that could go wrong does go wrong, like Murphy's Law. But the bear case, assuming we just get a couple of things done and maybe one or two crappy exchanges, then yeah, I would say, and maybe the market doesn't react positively to that. But that's it. But that's it could be this price still in another year. But once that bull market takes off, we should go back to about half a penny again in general, even without exchanges, without anything, just because of where we were last time. And the end of 2024, yeah, I would say that. Kolja H. Punk says, Randy, have you seen the Danny and Reese interview? For me, it was like Reese don't really care about OMI on exchanges. He said they need it on the Veve web app so everyone could buy it easily. That was with Crypto Rain and Doctor of Stuff that he had mentioned the web app, but it's not like he didn't care. It's just that, well, we have a token expert who's taking care of that. So I don't think that's really Reese's like particular job titles to see when we get on major exchanges that somebody was hired for that. They have a token expert. Um, Reese's job is more OUP, and what is part of OUP? Okay, well that is getting Veve to be bought on the web app. So I don't. It's not that he doesn't care. Again, he has a ton of OMI, like probably more than most, and he definitely wants OMI to go up, and OMI will go up. OMI will. I don't know when, but it will. Um, but you move on to say, but in my opinion, we need exchanges to get more eyes on Veve and OMI. We do. People want to chase green candles. They do. I think it's perfect marketing for Veve to bring in more users via the crypto site. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but yeah, that'll happen by accident. As soon as they get on exchanges, what is this? What is this? Again, that'll just happen by accident. When this does go off, it's going to take off like a mother flapper. Slowly but surely, a little bit here, a little bit there. It's going to happen. Some dolphins, some great whites, and some whales will come in with each batch. You'll get a bunch. Just says, why aren't Oswalt selling? They sold out. I don't, unless you're talking about on the market. Let me go back to H Punk real quick. Yeah, I mean more eyes on Veve. Like that'll happen when they get marketing done. That'll happen when does that happen? It could be later this year. It could be next year. I don't know. Just said, why aren't Oswald's are selling? Yeah, on the market. I don't know how much are selling. The market has moved quite a bit though, so I'm pretty fairly bullish on them. $38 for the rare, $210 for the secret rare, and the other secret rare is $219. Wow. All right. Wow. Yeah, that they do be moving though. They do be moving. Carlos Castron says these jokers undervalued. No cap. I think every Todd would need a joker. I mean that's true. 7,500 for each of them. Let's go to the brands real quick. Let's take a look at Batman Black and White. Let's take a look at Series 2 with the Joker. Jim Lee's the Joker. 144. Nah, pretty undervalued. Let's take a look at the Todd. Is he above or below 1,000? 997. Oh, Elmo Jones got that 997 Walt there. Got that 997 wall. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice payday if all those sell. I don't know why I'd sell all of them here, but Dr. Parikh Patel says the American dream is wake up, eat, work, sleep, repeat. Puddin' Cheek says you are supposed to eat more than once a day. This is madness. I follow both these guys. Those guys are great. Moving on here. Wes is Oswald. Yep. Mr. Wyden says, why is Hero ahead of everyone? Hero. Well, when you say ahead, well, we have to define what ahead means, and we have to define what and why. All right, so ahead can mean many different things. Are they ahead in sales? No. Are they ahead in people that like them on social, that follow them on social media? No. Are they ahead in community notoriety? No. Are they ahead in phygitals, meaning they have physical and digital? Yes. Yes, they are. They've been in Walmarts, they've been in 7-Elevens, they've been in a bunch of different places. Are they ahead in interoperability? Yes. They are on Immutable X. You can buy hero cards with OMI. Are they ahead tech-wise? Yes. They have their leaderboard, they have burning, and they have crafting. So they are ahead in many aspects as far as that is considered, but they are still lagging behind in sales, in power, and in hype. I mean, there's in just interest in general. But when you said why, part of that was because of Colex. Their dev team has worked together for a while. They're very good at what they do. They're very efficient, and they're just good coders. A lot of what I think happens in tech is a lot of companies try to go for the cheapest option. Like, hey, code this for me, and they'll contract it out, and the contractors will come in, code as simply as they can, and they are, as soon as it's done, it's done. And it doesn't matter that the next time they need to code something, the new coders have to go and say like, oh God, when we put this in, that fudges with the code that was left here, and it's spaghetti, and they have to recode everything. With Colex, obviously that typically does not happen. They are good at what they do. They do things appropriately. That's why I really hope that Veve does either acquire them or just pays them for the next year. Like, hey, come work with us for the next year, 2 years. Um, but that's why Hero is ahead tech wise and is ahead interoperability wise. I think really because of the dev team, because of Colex. Um, but again, if you go on gross sales, if you go on interest, yeah, go on IP. Veve's ahead of it. Veve has some competition. Um, I think the closest competition might be Hero, with one license. Which is DC. Well, I think that's the Palm network in general because you have Hero on one side, you have the Bat Cows, and then you have comics dropping. So they have a nice little trifecta going. Recur had Nickelodeon, has several licenses for Nickelodeon. Recur also has, like Hello Kitty, the number two, license in the world. Why are they failing? Because they obviously spent way too much on the licenses. They're obviously not making nearly as much because, the volume is so down on those things. It's confusing. It's hard. It's, the Star Trek people. It's so strange that when we announced Star Trek, no one really cared. But when they announced Star Trek, they were getting a lot of blowback. Very, very strange. Let's try another thing. What was another platform? I get like Autograph.io. Like that, Tom Brady is literally the owner, millions of followers, and Autograph.io has like nobody commenting or interested on their posts. It's like I'll go to them right now. I'll go to their Twitter posts because I've checked this out before. Is it just Autograph? Yeah, so at Autograph, which is they're building the future of fandom, join us. Autograph.io, 32,000 followers. And their pinned tweet that they've pinned, now granted, they only pinned it last month, but their pinned tweet, talk about a fantastic year. As this one comes to a close, we're taking a look back at the numbers behind the chock full of calendar and bespoke drops, immersive experiences, in real life events with our one-of-a-kind partners and community. How much do we love 2022? Let us count anyways. And they're trying to count on all the stuff that they did, which I haven't heard of really any of them. 1,500 individually signed collectibles, but it only had 12,800 people be reached. And that I don't know how many of those are verified. Only had 41 people like it, and it only had 9 people comment on it. There were 9 comments on this. And 3 of them were from Autograph. And this is someone this is a platform that had Tom Brady, that had Wayne Gretzky, Tiger Woods, Tony Hawk, Simone Biles, Gronkowski. Like, these are the top of the top players that you want to have on your NFT platform. And their pinned tweet has 6 people commenting on it. Again, nine comments, 3 of which were from Autograph. This is like Jesus, man. Again, Wayne Gretzky says his legendary performances on the ice still give us chills. Happy birthday, one and only Wayne Gretzky. It had 3 people comment. 1 of them were Autograph. Like, this is a dead platform if I've ever seen one. And again, why does that happen? It's because other companies are trying to sell NFTs to their followers. Whereas Veve, you don't have to do that. You have to sell IP to NFT collectors. It's no other company has gotten lightning in a bottle in this way, at least as far as NFTs go. This is insane. Gorzami says, I have 616 mint Spider-Man 1 common if anyone's interested. Also, what's up? That's a pretty dope one. It's pretty dope. The Facer says, Randy, imagine you got $3,500 right now. Buy Omi for it, a Walt, or keep it in cash and wait for a better opportunity. I would buy I'd spend $500 on Omi, and I would keep the rest for bills, taxes, whatever. Yeah. I would, I'd buy $500 worth of Omi, and the rest I would keep for bills and taxes. And then if Omi goes down, I'll buy a little more. But that's pretty much what I'd do. if I just had to choose a Walt or Omi, but it's just me. Justin says Oswald. It's not Oswald. It's Oswald, but I know what you mean. Let's get it, Walt. And then you have a Easter Island head on there. I'm not sure why. Oh god. Oh, my body. All right, let's take a look at Recur. Let's see what Recur Forever is doing. Has almost double the amount of followers that Autograph.io had. 63,000 followers. And they partnered with Playtica. Playtica has 1,400 followers, so not really a big partnership. Real Owners, a new Web3 experience built on Recur, is the first time a major gaming company is integrating NFTs into an existing game. Learn more about it. Let's see what people have to say. See if people are hyped up about it. Well, we have someone from the BatCow community, I won't say the name, saying, "You've got people telling you how bad of a job you've done in nearly every tweet, and I still see no changes. Get it together, y'all." Damn, people be crapping on Recur worse than they be crapping on Veve. Cool. Someone says wonderful stuff in the right direction. Someone says bump. Let's check this out. How is it going to help the value of these worthless passes and NFTs? So people are obviously upset at all platforms. Still waiting for someone says, still waiting for my Star Trek ships to move. How about an answer? Leading people into bankruptcy with false promises. How can you sleep? It's same as murder someone. Oh my god, what the fudge, guy? Like, clearly this is not, like, I have to hop on Recur's defense here a little bit. Like, how are you leading people into bankruptcy? Nobody's forcing you to buy something. This is based on false promises. Oh man, these guys are, it's the same as murdering someone. Is that a troll? That's gotta be a troll, right? That's gotta be a troll. That's gotta, I'm just, anyway. My throat is starting to hurt. Yeah, there's not a ton of people commenting on the Recur stuff. It doesn't look like there's a lot of interest at all. But where if we go to Veve, they don't have a pinned tweet. But a tweet from 3 hours ago reached over 19,000 people, 231 people liked it, 44 retweets, and 27 comments. So, and that's for a Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man annual number 11 issue. I don't think this is a really special comic. Comment down below if I'm wrong. Yeah, this is you get that much traction on a comic that nobody really. I don't know if anyone would be too excited about it. The one they released 5 hours ago, talking about the Aether. Same day, it had over 20,000 people interact with it, or at least view it. So that was interesting. Even their tweet a day ago says, "Hey Veve fam, nothing this weekend." Basically telling them that, hey, nothing's going on this weekend. Had almost 50,000 views, as opposed to the other platforms, which are getting poop. They're getting poop. Amy says, "Anyone see the new National Treasure show on Disney? It's really good. Surprising, I have not." The National Treasure show. What have I watched on Disney Plus recently? Gravity Falls is so good. This is my second watch through watching that. That is such a good show. That is, I cannot recommend that enough. It's just so good. Every episode's so funny. Mabel is like my favorite character ever. Grunkle Stan is so good too. He's just like this old dude. I would say, no, I haven't seen that. I started watching Manifest, and that was like okay. It gets a little boring. Ever since then, I watched Sully, which is about, I think in 2009. Yeah, it's a true story. In 2009, some birds took out this like airliner's engines, and they had to land in the Hudson River. And I was like, what? And all of them were like born again Christians afterwards and stuff like that. But the story is about the flight, and it was just what's his name? Tom Hanks plays the captain. That's really good. And then I watched Flight, who was Denzel Washington, about landing a plane. Like he was like high on drugs and he was drunk, and that was good. I don't know why I'm watching these like airplane disaster stories, but whatever. and then watching Better Call Saul. A little slow at times, a lot of the times, but the times that it's not slow, it's pretty heckin' good. I don't have any other real things to sell. I mean, I guess I could sell my Coke truck. I don't really want to, though. Oh, there's still 35 left. Oh, God, it's 18 gems. I really don't want to sell that. I don't want to take a loss. I don't like selling things for losses. What about the Avengers Tower? No, 928 of those left. And the floor price is 38 gems. Okay, don't want to take a loss on that. Paid 43 for mine. I guess I'll take my ultra rare She-Hulk. Ooh, floor price is only 21 gems, but that could help me because I have a sub 50. Ooh, could maybe sell that for 135. I could totally sell that for 135. Edit sale, remove listing, go back to profile, and I'm going to go to my She-Hulk ultra rare sub 50. Going to list it for 135. Sell on the market, buy now. So if anyone wants to buy that, that'd be totally great. Done. Okay. Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be pretty dope if someone wanted to do that. Yeah, Justin says, I'm on season 5 of Breaking Bad. Oh, that's so good. Jesse, we need to cook. I have a friend, Jesse, and every time I see him, I would go, Jesse, we need to cook. I don't know if he always used to smile, like, Chavez, you're crazy. Oh, I love that man. I love him so much. Him and his wife are like two of my best friends. They're great. I haven't seen them in a while though. They're in Washington. I have to go back soon. Yeah. Okay. Let him cook. Let him cook. I only have 2 things for sale right now. My Veve gold and silver logo for $6,900. It'll come out nice down below for the 69, and my She-Hulk ultra rare 135. I know there's some good deals on the market here. I'm gonna take a look at the Marvel Mighties again, just because that's what I do. See M'Baku, $4.10. Wow, $4.10. It's not a lot. The cheapest of him is $50 for number 76. Not terrible. It's the lowest one out there. Queen Ramonda, who's at $3.95. Nice. Cheapest one of hers, $75. Wouldn't buy that now. Okay, where were we? If y'all have any more questions, let me know. Take a look at Riri Williams, who's at $10 hairs right now. And she is, you can buy a sub 100 her for 99. I don't know if that's really worth it either. Let's try Okoye. Okoye is at 5 gems. All right, not bad. And nothing of hers is really undervalued for sub 100. Let's try Namor. He's down to 100. He was up to like 150. He's down to 103 now. Nothing really undervalued with him. Let's take a look at Nakia. Last one left in the original set. She's 464. Nope, nothing really undervalued. Let's go to the secret rare Black Panther. See what Shuri's at. The 2 I have are both sub 100 as well, which is nice. 139 for the floor. And 350 is the close. Ooh, my She-Hulk. It's old. Nice, nice. Very nice. How much? Thank you guys for buying my She-Hulk. I'm going to go and purchase one off the market here. Buy now. Buy now. All right. Very good. Very good. So I got a She-Hulk. Oh, Planet Vampire. My man. Yeah. Be advised, you got a good deal, because that was the only sub 50, and at 135 that was really good. The only other one that was 115, number 55, was 115, but that was obviously not a sub 50. Sub 50 does carry that premium. Yeah, I think you got a really good deal. Again, just my opinion. So I did buy a normal one off the floor for 22 gems. And now I have 132. I'm okay. I can go and get that drop tomorrow, or not tomorrow, on Monday. And then I'll try to buy I'll try to buy 1 Queen Ramonda every day. But I do have to save a little for the next. I think we do get, where is it? Profile, calendar. I do think we get in 1, 2, 3 weeks, give or take, a Ant-Man Quantumania Marvel Mighty set. I do think we get that. That is my opinion. And I'm pretty positive on my opinion that we do. All right, so on Monday, we have a Around the Akomiverse roundtable. Me, Jordan Reese, Danny the Bull, Dr. Stuff, Crypto Rain, maybe someone else. We should get an update on the app next week as well. We should get a couple of other things. I will be on Fenny Carbonell's stream at some point next week. I am going to try to make a Randy's Angel stream, the one that I had yesterday again, with a lot of the ladies of the fam. So that's always fun. We'll have special guests on there as well. Deep things in the world. Wally Veve King says Miles Morales NFT only on Veve official. Oh, and he tagged me in it. Pretty dope. Okay, so I'm gonna go try to buy that Queen Ramonda now, because I'm trying to buy one a day. Love potion number. All right, she's $3.95. I'm gonna buy her. Very nice. Okay, now I have 51 Queen Ramondas. Why do I even have her? I don't even know, man. I don't even know. She's cheap, and she is for 200 of her. I just think that she's good to go. I think that she's decent for the future. Again, just my opinion. Let's take a look at some other stuff though. I haven't. I've been neglected. I mean, we taken a look at a lot today. Steamboat Willie. Take a look at the these Oswalds are really interesting. So that's at $37 for the rare, $210 for the secret. Said 209. So this one dropped $10. $209 for the other secret rare. I'm curious to see what. All right, so they ain't seen nothing yet. Let's take a look at the sub 100s of that. I think the best deal. No, 409, 399, 349. Yeah, sub 100s 329, but I don't know if I would do that. Let's try the other one. Let's try the lucky side of the street. That's at 210. Let's take a look at the sub 100s of that. There's not a ton of great deals that I would say on the sub 100s. But let's try the lights, camera, action. All right, so it's a rare 37. If we take a look at the sub 100s, I don't know, 185. You have no, the cheapest is, I think it's 669. Yeah, the cheapest sub 100 lights, camera, hijinks is 669, which I don't think is worth it. But if you want one, there's no cheaper option right now. There probably will be in the future, but yeah, people really scoop those up. That's really nice. That's really interesting. I think the sub 100s carry more of a premium on the rare than the secret rare, because there's so much more mints of the rare than there are of the secret rares. Marvel Comics #1 is down to 8,300. That's interesting. And then you have, but that's a secret rare. Let's say the common. Common's only at 57. Yeah, it's still a lot though. We got Wax Visions laughing. Josh says Omi tanking. All right, let's take a look at the price of Omi here. And let's see what the buy and sell orders are. Yeah, Omi down a large 3.3% in the last, what are we at? All right, 7. In the last 2 hours, we've had Omi do a nosedive. But there's not a ton of sell orders right there. I mean, there is a little bit of them. Yeah, we were at the 0.0. We were at 0009, and then yeah, we had that reverse head and shoulders there, and then we We broke down. And the volume on this, we did sell a little bit more, so I guess an extra 50,000-ish the orders went through. And let's take a look at how the rest of crypto is doing to see if OMI followed or if this is just independent. It's hard to say. Bitcoin's down like 0.3, which doesn't really mean too much. Ethereum's down 1.7%. BNB and XRP both down 1%. Cardano down 2%. Poly down 1.7%. Solana 1.4%. Lido 1.7%. Polkadot 2.7%. Avalanche 3%. Uniswap 3.7%. Cosmos 1.6%. Tonecoin 1.1%. Chainlink 2.4%. Leo token 1.7%. So a lot of these are down about half or almost as much as OMI. So this is following the market. Although that's not that's the last 24 hours though. In the last hour, things are relatively flat. The only thing that's up or above more than 1% is OKB at 1.2%. Everything else is relatively flat. But if we're looking at the last 24 hours, then that's where you see why OMI is going down, because a lot of these are, ApeCoin, Lido DAO, Filecoin, Hedera, AAVE, I don't even know what that is, Phantom, Theta Network, a bunch of these in the top 50 are down worse than OMI. So yeah, OMI do be going down. If I had more money, I'd totally buy some, but I don't. So maybe next week, if I can scrounge up some monies, if I can scrounge up a few shekels, I'll be able to buy some. We'll see. We'll keep y'all posted. Nope. No. He says dump it. Legacy Bermuda says, let's go, Legacy, get that bread. Love this game. Top fan. I'm just looking through Facebook real quick. We have Bernardo Pacifici over on Facebook say, Oswald Pump is just part of a manipulated action, which you, Randy, confessed more than once that you have a group of whales that you advise to manipulate prices. That is false. I never said to manipulate. It says, from few groups of people who influence users to not go to the drop, saying was a pass, and do manipulations on market with the intention of profit. Am I Luke Skywalker talking to Kylo Ren? Because everything you just said was wrong. One, Oswald Pump's part of manipulated action. Oswald Pump is not because of manipulation. It's simply the market recognizing its value. Two, I never advise my whales to manipulate. They don't have time for that. They just buy and hold. Then he says, groups of people who influence users to not go for the drop, saying that it was a pass. 3, I never said this was a pass. I bought on the drop. And then 4, I'll be like, most things I do are for profit, and buying one off the drop was a long-term move, most likely a profitable one, but that doesn't mean it was manipulation. It was just me buying. like everyone else did. Okay, so that is my retort to that man. Ooh. Planet Vampire says, I'm buying 1 million more. Owe me Wednesday, finally. My heckin' man. You go get that bread. You go get it. Keep it up. I'm rooting for you, baby. I mean, I really want to sell one of my logos right now. Because if I could sell one of my logos right now, I mean, obviously, I would only do the logo 490. I wouldn't do the number 41. That would be definitely not doing that. I don't think it's not really worth it though. I'd have to sell it for like 3,300. Yeah, I don't know if it's worth it. Definitely not. I mean, it is if I buy Omi with it. Because I mean, I bought it probably for, I don't know, like 2,400. So I would make money on it, but oh, it doesn't. Oh, I actually minted this one. So yeah, the other ones I minted for really, or the other ones I bought for really, really low. This one I actually minted. So it would definitely be worth it, especially if I bought Omi. But then I only have one logo left, and what if I really need money for something? You know, I'd rather wait to see what other stuff happens. Yeah. Anyway, I've been going for about 2 hours right now. I mean, while people are here, I'll still keep going though. Ugh. Oh. Yes, me too. Let's take a look at some other stuff on the we'll take a look at the profile. I'll go from there, see what's other stuff that. Let's take a look at Superman. Let's see what he's at. Superman's a good indicator of the market. 475, and let's take a look at his sub 100s for Superman. Wow, it's insane. There are 4 of them available. The lowest at 2,900. Definitely not something that I think is worth it right now. Well, I mean, it probably would be in the future, but how many do I have to go and look at to see a 3-digit? 20. Oh wow. 884 is the 3-digit at $660. Is it worth it? Probably not. I would say number 352 you can get $39 more, $699. To go from low to high. Yeah, that's it. I mean, again, Superman was like $8,800 at one point. So if you want to pay 2,900, I guarantee you it's 29. Yeah, it's 29.99. Heckers, I hate when they do that. But if you want to pay 3,000 for something at a sub 100 right now, I would say that's probably okay. You know, for the long haul, for the future. I think it'd be better if you cash on bought Omi, but again, if you're looking for something like that, I'd say that's probably okay to pay 3K for a sub 100. You know. Let's take a look at some season 1 stuff. What about Kripkins? The lowest mint of the Kripkins is the Cosmic Cthulhu. I think there's like 5,000 of those. Oh no, only 2,800. He's at $70, and these sub 100s. There's one of them, and he's for $850. Honestly, a lot of these sub 100s just aren't available. Like Bigfoot, $7. Bigfoot is $7.65, and you can get number 99 for $66. It's not bad. About Chupacabra. Oh, he's so cute. He's $6, and the Chupacabra. You know, the cheapest sub 100 is 160. So a lot of these sub 100s are really, really, I don't want to say out of reach. They're just, you'd have to pay a large amount for them. Josh said the logos don't seem to move very fast. No, I mean, they'll move faster when it's around. I mean, Veve has not, maybe they'll do it on the community update where they say what in-person events they're going to, because the Veve logos tend to move really well around there because there's utility for them. There's utility for them in every single. Ooh, my body. There's utility for it in every single in-person event, but there hasn't been any. Like we're almost. I mean, the last event was in November. Got there all December and most of January now. if we don't know where the next in-person event is, you know, I mean, they said they were probably not going to do London Decon this year. Where are they going to go? I don't know. Where am I going to go? I don't know. Will I go? How many will I go to this year? I don't know. It's nice seeing the Veve fam. I really would like to. I'd like to get some other stuff done first before I start going to events again. I think the OMI price is too low. I would very much like to do some other stuff and buy some more OMI before going. I mean, because when you go to these events, you have airfare, you have hotel, you have food, you have drink. It's. I think for the next event, I would probably rather just buy OMI in place of it, but I'll keep y'all posted. But then again, if the logos moon fast and they go up and they moon, we shall see. I shall keep y'all posted. Let's take a comment from the YouTube comment section, and we'll. I don't know if there's even any. Nope, I answered them all. Very good, very good. I am excited. All right, let's take a look at some other mints. All right, and here's what I'm talking about with, let's say, like burning and stuff. Like, let's take a look at the soy milk Uyu Danko Cat. Like, who the heck has ever heard of that? Chavez, why'd you buy them? I bought them because it was 30 gems for a full set. And, there's 1,100 of those. It didn't even sell out. 222 are left. It's just another set. The Camilla Rose Garcia, the painting. This thing. Same thing. So $30 hairs, but only 666 of them. You could get people. I don't know, if we start burning, I feel like that's one of the things that could be burned because it's cheap, $30. We also have the animated Lily 2, the Tara McPherson. This one's pretty dope. This one's pretty cool. I think I like the Brian Viveros one a little better, but I sold that. It's $41. Only 666 of her. Very, 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 very cheap, considering the amount of mints that they have. This Allison Bamcat one, $27 hairs. And it's, again, there's not a ton of these. 666, 229 left. What if they burn them? If they burn them, they burn them. Someone who's mentioning Adventure Time. Who dat? Facebook says, is Taps doing okay? Haven't heard from him in a while. Same for Cavell. Cavell has like a whole other business that he's doing. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but he has made the claim that he'll be a millionaire by next year. So, I think it's very possible that Cavell goes, and if he is, then he won, he beat us. But I mean, what could Cavell be making on the Akomi YouTube channel? A couple grand a month, I think if he has another business that he has and he's making, if he's gonna be a millionaire next year, let's say he's making 6 figures a month, or at least grossing that, you're probably looking at whatever he's doing. Like, why would you do YouTube? Same thing with Taps. I don't, do we know what he really does? Do we know what he makes? I mean, I do. I'm not gonna tell you, but you could imagine that Taps being busy with a new job, being busy planning a wedding. YouTube just isn't a high priority, especially in a bear market where he'd be talking to 1,500 people. We love Taps, and like I said, I'll see him again. But he's just taking a break, a very much needed break, but he'll be back. Planet Vampire says first appearance Flash is even under 40, so tempted to get one. I remember that one. This is a statue, the Flash versus Superman, right? Yeah, the race. That was a good one. They referenced that in one of the things, and one of the movies, and in the show too. Jeremy Housen says Adventure Time season 1 is crazy cheap. Am I missing something here? It's a great show. Oh, it was amazing, and we very, very much underutilized the Cartoon Network partnership. That we don't have a regular show, like we should. We very much should have regular show. We have Adventure Time, which is great, Powerpuff Girls, which is great, but again, there's no. Oh God, Adventure Time is so good. You can probably get 2 drops out of that as well. Johnny Bravo. What about Two Stupid Dogs? Might have been Nickelodeon, but I think Two Stupid Dogs is Cartoon Network. You have so many amazing licenses in Cartoon Network that they could do, and I don't know why they haven't had it yet. They just haven't. Well, yeah, let's look at Finn. There's 7,500 of him, right? Yep. What is he? Oh my God, he's $12. Guys, this is season 1. This is the first appearance. This is of a really popular cartoon. Oh God, mother flappers. All right. Adventure Time funny moments. Let's take a look at this. All right, a few years ago, 700,000 views, 48,000 views, 2.3 million views. Adventure Time funny moments. Adventure Time funniest moments, season 6, part 4, has 2.3 million views. Could it be the same, 230,000 people watching it 10 times? Sure. But I guarantee you that all of these people would pay $12 for a first appearance digital collectible of one of their favorite characters, of Finn. Like, that's silly. And what are the sub 100s? There's one sub 100 for $480. There's a number 29 for 50,000 that nobody's buying. But yeah, that's crazy. He's very, very cheap. That is below mint price. The list price of him was $12.99, and you see him there for $12.4. Like, what the fudge? That is redonkulous. All right, let's try Jake the Dog. Jake the Dog list price was $15, $17.49. That's silly. That's dumb. Ice King, one of my personal favorites. List price $15, $32 now. Also dumb. Marceline, okay, there's $17.50 of her. List price $16, she's $140. Yeah, these are really good. And then let's say Princess Bubblegum. Everyone loves Princess Bubblegum. $11 hairs. Let's try BMO. Let's try BMO. Beep. Same thing, $11 hairs. Let's get a little crazy. The Lumpy Space Princess, I don't know if anyone really likes. $16, where the list price was $16. Lady Rainicorn, this one's obviously going to be the chase one. List price is $18. She's at $100. Yeah, these sets are very, very cheap, in my opinion. But again, just my opinion. The Metaverse says, when do we hit 1 cent in your opinion? I mean, it's possible to hit at the end of this year if we get a couple of decent exchanges. I'm not even talking about big, great ones. A couple of decent ones, and we get some OMI utility, and we get and we get the what's that called? The home space and accessories. That if we get within the first half of this year, then it's possible to get Veve Worlds. And what I mean by Veve Worlds, I don't know the last time I'm gonna have to look for this. I take a picture of it every now and then, a screenshot, because it's totally worth it. I'll show you what I mean. I'm having fun and you can't stop me. All right, here we go. Now, granted, this was from DesignerCon. The Phase 1 rollout, which is supposed to be in Q1, but let's say it happens in Q2. Veve Home Space and Accessories. If that happens in Q2, I'm happy. The next thing after that, Phase 2, which is supposed to happen in Q2, but let's say it doesn't happen until Q4, but which again, we're talking about the end of the year, that's Worlds, meaning Veve City and IP branded Worlds. I'm assuming those are already built. They're just waiting for things to roll out. If you have those two things, Phase 1 and Phase 2, completed, in conjunction with some form of OUP and MCP, and we have some decent exchanges, I think we can get 1 cent by the end of the year. If we only get one of these things, if the first half of the year comes and goes, and we do not have Phase 1 of the Veveverse, and we have maybe 1 or 2 things of OUP and MCP, let's say we get Phase 1 of the Veveverse in Q3, Q4, or whatever, and Q2, and the Phase 2 doesn't come out until next year. Let's say we have that. Phase 1 could happen, let's say, in Q3. No other phases happen until next year. We have 1 exchange, and we have limited, I would say half a penny. I would say 0.004 to 0.006 if those were to happen. And again, who knows how bad the recession is going to be. I mean, this is going to be the start of the next election cycle, the big one. President will get elected sometime next year. They'll start it at some point this year. They'll start doing rallies. They'll start doing whatever. It'll get more and more prevalent. I guarantee you that Russia and Ukraine are not at war with each other by the time the next election comes up. I say that because there's no way that the Biden administration wants to say that they don't want that to be resolved under their thing. Like, we beat Putin in Ukraine and we're gonna beat Trump at the election polls. Like, I guarantee you that's gonna be the rhetoric. So in that case, in my base case, most likely that's what happens by the end of the year. But you were talking about 1 cent. So 1 cent could happen by the end of this year. I don't know if it's that matter of if that's when we get phase 2, when we have Veve City and IP branded worlds in conjunction with a couple of decent exchanges, when we get the volume up there, TA becomes more reliable, we get Congress coming in. Again, we get a new Congress that came in. Once they pass some sort of regulation, it'll be a lot easier for both big money and dumb money, smart money, all the types of money to come in. And then I think you could get that potentially the end of this year, but probably next year. When next year, I don't know. But after phase 2 of their rollout plan happens. Now, phase 3 doesn't seem to be that hard. It's just customizable avatars. That Ready Player Me can have in an instant. And then phase 4 is gamification. And they want that for this year. I don't know if those. I think it's going to be. I'll be excited to get 2 phases this year: the Veve Home Space and Accessories, and then the Veve Worlds, meaning Veve City and IP branded worlds. If we get those 2 this year, then I think we have a chance. But either way, we'll see 1 penny next year, if not end of this year. Metaverse says, I really don't see OUP being finished this year. What's your take? It won't be finished this year. OUP will not be finished. I mean, I don't think it'll ever really finish because it's constantly evolving. It's constantly doing its thing. But I would say that out of the development cycle that we have, the development roadmap, if we take a look at it, where are we at, girl? Tell me something, girl. Buying OMI on the web app, crypto to gem, and waitlist drop system all happen this year. I also think bronze tickets, OMI to gem, and OMI accessory also happen this year. Well, maybe not OMI to gem. Oh god, that's how you'd buy the bronze tickets though. Or maybe not. I would say OMI to accessory definitely happens this year. Burn reward points will go with MCP. The silver and gold tickets might not happen. OUP staking might not happen, at least not this year. But I would say the bronze tickets and the OMI to accessory, those are the 2 things that happen. I think the first 3 we're going to get waitlist drop system, crypto to gem, and buying OMI on the web app. And then after that, you get bronze tickets and OMI to accessory. The OMI staking wallet, you're obviously going to need for OUP staking. And you're going to need the spot wallet as well for OMI to gem, which we may or may not get. At least not this year. But I see 5 things coming down the pipeline this year. 3 probably this first half of this first year. But yeah, all of this rolled out. I don't know if all of this is going to roll out this year. I don't know if I see that happening. Everything on the road happening this year. It's just a lot. But who knows? Metaverse says, if Veve Worlds come this year, we're a chance. But again, they promised us Q2. I can't see that happening. I wish they wouldn't give us timelines. LOL, why do they do that to us? That's just what they think is, hey, here's what we want. And yeah, I get it. What you want is great, even though it might not be possible. I would rather them give us something than nothing. Because again, what happens if they just don't communicate? What happens if they say, like, here's what we want to do? If they just don't communicate, people are like, what's going on? Why aren't they communicating? it'd probably be best if they say, hey, here's what we want to do. We don't have a timeline on this. And let's say, again, when they release this timeline of the phases, they should have pushed everything back 2 quarters and made it, end of 2024. And then if they deliver ahead of time, great. Maybe they could do that moving forward. Mataverse says, what's the consensus on the housing market in the US? So a buddy of mine happened to go and say, I don't even know if I could find it. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say it. I won't say who it is, and I won't say exactly what it is. Crap. Related to that. Nope. No. Positive. Nope. So I'm trying to look at what a buddy of mine said. I can't find it. But the housing market seems, I mean, we're due for a big correction. Like, we've been due for a big correction for a while, but it hasn't, I don't know. Again, I don't have a house. This is my friend's house. I don't know the consensus on the housing market right now. I can call a friend and ask. I'll let you know. But that's not my area of expertise. Josh says, why is the drop wait list first in the queue? Seems like the least needed item right now. Well, they have to test it out for the wait list. Like, you can't just say, like, hey, here's the bet your MCP points and bet, take your OMI and buy these bronze tickets and bet those. They can't just do that all at once. So the wait list for the queue system, that has to happen first to test it. And then after that, then you could use your MCP points and your OMI to buy those bronze tickets, and then you could do it that way. But you have to test it first, so that's why. Madverse says, any chance you can get Mr. Pags on soon? Let's send him a message. Where's he at? Oh, he sent me an attachment about someone eating a banana. Joey Diaz. All right. When can we get you on again? Also, I love Joey Diaz. He's hysterical. Oh. Revolver Ocelot 69, nice, says, hey Randy, do you think they will release more Oswalds and Mickeys? They'll definitely release more Mickeys. Oswalds, I don't know. Maybe an Oswald comic, or whatever, if they have one, or a clip of something. I mean, again, Oswald, ask me who Oswald was a month ago. I don't know. Show me a picture and say, this is Oswald. You know who it is? I don't know if I would know. Now, obviously, did my research and, know a fairly in-depth history, but I don't know if that's big. I mean, everyone, Mickey Mouse, even Steamboat Willie, again, I've said this at the beginning of the stream 2-ish hours ago. In The Outsiders, Emilio Estevez is wearing a Mickey Mouse shirt. And when Steamboat Willie is on TVs, he says, oh, look, Mickey's on TV. But it's a Steamboat Willie. Like that. So he didn't even say Steamboat Willie. Yeah, there's definitely going to be more Mickeys. Where, when, I don't know. But, like, again, let's take a look at if we go to brands and we take a look at Disney, right? There is no more in the Mickey Mouse NFT collection, right? But there's another thing called Mickey and Friends. There's probably going to be some more Mickeys in the Mickey and Friends one. I don't see how there can't be. That is just my opinion. Oh, we have a YouTube comment from Tammy Hanna, says, have all the Infinity Stones, excited to see what is to come. This next one, and then one after. Then maybe Gauntlet? Who knows? Ha 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 ha. Okay. She knows. Mataverse says the 100-year Mickey statue has to come to Veve. It might. We don't know. We're not sure, but we'll keep everyone posted. Keep y'all posted. Baby, do you know what that's worth? Ooh, heaven is. All right, sorry. I don't know why I just get a song stuck in my head. What is? Ooh, only 47 percent battery on there. I have to, man, y'all did not like that video I did before. Why artists prefer Veve over, like, there was not a lot of views on that video. I'm gonna take a look at my content here real quick. Not a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, so we're gonna take a move on here. That should be it. I've been going for about 2.5 hours. Everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. And then should I go live later? Should I just keep staying live? I don't know. I'll see what happens. We'll see. I'll do another video. All right, bye guys. Meow, 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 meow. Thank you for the super chats. Meow, meow.